Anybody care to explain?
Sure.
No, a little man. He said I blew up my motor.
So Ryan, what happened?
What do you mean?
Why are we here? First of all, where are we?
We done.
Sachin's shop. Like I said earlier, because he blew up the motor. Yeah.
I mean, grab this. Or come on this side. I want you to.
What do you think, Brayden?
Oh,
What are we
I'm
doing?
just having him grab this, the spacer before I
Berlin,
launch it off.
do you know what we're doing here?
Just yell if you need tools. It's right here.
And if you can, line her up like not with the crank center line. Go like way above the crank center line.
Oh, okay.
On an LS, we line them up to the cam tunnel, so we want the center to be like up here if you can. I don't know if it will work out like that, but
maybe.
it'll make it where it won't want to like eat over when you flip it, you know?
Yeah. How much above the crank do we need to be?
I mean,
Uh,
there's two of us here, so it doesn't really matter, but get
So-
it as high as you can, basically.
okay.
Wait, you're just trying to find like the center of gravity, right? Which is probably, yeah, that's close enough. If that'll work.
Yeah, it should be close.
Maybe if you like cross it.
Cross what now?
Like if you, oh, here, let me use.
I got a crescent wrench right here.
You got a second one?
The little baby one.
Sometimes you need. You've seen these guys? Never thought a crescent wrench would be cool, but this goes all the way to 32.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's like one of the only snap-on tools I bought.
I'm not a mechanic, so when it comes to hand tools, I really don't care too much.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, so.
My,
To pull it up.
That's a good start. Ready?
Yeah.
Jeez, is that coolant?
Yeah. So oil is heavier than water, and oil goes to the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we have confirmed that we have an issue.
That was probably from when I did the pressure chest.
Or just running.
Yeah.
The problem when it sits, it all just settle, you know.
Yeah.
Just a little leak.
I mean, at least we're doing the right thing.
It's like, where did all the oil go? Where did all the coolant go?
At least we didn't just take this all apart for nothing.
For nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'd rather take it all apart for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Trent said whatever we need, let us know.
I figured.
Yeah, I like Trent's a good guy. He wants to know too, I think, you know?
Yeah.
He's like, dude, if it's anything on my end, let me know.
I think that's how we all are, you know.
I think so, yeah. It's like,
You partying over there, dude? Yep.
it's like, that's not right.
I think we're all on the same page. It's probably fuel pressure, though.
Pretty much empty.
How is it out of oil already?
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
So it only had 4 quarts in it? It burned the rest of it out?
It was low.
How much does it take on a good day?
Like 5. It was about a quart low. It was at the end of the dipstick when I checked it out in the desert.
You want to see how fast it goes in reverse before I blow the gear?
I figured out what I want to do for you, by the way.
Oh, did you?
Motion Raceworks sells these ones that you can bolt onto here. Dude, that thing rips.
Got a brushless system. It's a rock crawler that you convert it over to.
To be a street car?
Yeah.
See, that's a big LiFo for that little car, too. No wonder it rips.
That
Does it have a speed controller and everything on it?
Yeah, it's all underneath there.
Sweet. So what I think is,
Yeah, see all that? That's what I was seeing. It's like signs of it.
I think I want to do is turn it over and get the rest of the coolant out before we bring it inside.
so we don't make a mess.
Yeah, it's honestly more than anything, it's just because it gets so freaking slippery.
Gotcha.
We'll fix that. And then now we can rotate it. Oh. Yeah, so we gotta just scoot it forward. Yeah. Can't tell you how many times I've done this in the shop. I just made it.
Oh, look at all my sand.
It's mostly
Oil
coolant.
and water. That's nice. I'm gonna give me one of those.
That was one of those like Summit get you $100 things.
Yeah.
I pretend like I need to get to $100, but I don't think I've had a Summit order under like $500 in the last 2 years. We'll go over to the bench over here, and then we'll pull the front end apart, pull the timing cover off, valve covers and the heads, and go from there. I blame Adam.
I do too.
Why wouldn't you?
Turned into a hot rod guy.
You guys sound like your wife now.
You just learned to accept her, right? Just, all right, whatever.
Yeah, well, I can't do anything about hooking on my own.
You found out?
Really, I blame Little Man. I felt like he was the last one to drive the truck.
I just want to be here to see his disappointment.
When I cry?
Yeah.
You already see the disappointment.
No, I want to see tears in his eyes when I'm gonna leave.
I want to see him cry.
I've been prepping him for like 2 days talking about broken pistons. So. He's like, really? No, head gasket. And I'm like, I think it's broken piston, man. No, head gasket.
I swear it's a head gasket.
You're supposed to
I'm
let
not
him
even
think
kidding
that
either. This has been like a thing.
You're supposed to let him think that it's mellow and then
18s.
Yeah, 18s and 15s.
so you really slam him at the end. Well, see, there's your problem. If you actually had a Americanized hardware, not metric, your shit probably would break. What broke on your truck?
The whole thing?
When you got towed.
What?
When you got towed on your truck, what broke?
Oh, the rear end.
That's an easy fix.
Yeah, I ordered a 9.
Yeah.
I just fixed mine and my motor broke, so.
Don't jinx him.
Well,
I'm trying to do.
I have a motor, I have a tranny, and I have a rear end. All three are gonna go.
I have everything.
So at this point, the only thing that can fail is my wallet.
I mean, you got deep wallet.
I don't know anything about these things, but looks like Paul Walker should be driving one.
We did 192 in the blue one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It has a 2JZ in it.
Jesus.
He knows all about that. I have no idea. Don't tell me.
Sounds fast.
Too fast for my blood.
Mm-hmm.
I did 140 and that's the fastest I've ever been.
On what? For you?
My brother-in-law's Subaru.
I did that in R6, and then I got scared. Shut it down.
Everything gets super quiet and you're just like, it feels like you get lower to the ground. I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Oh, I didn't get quiet. I was screaming the whole time.
Is that whole thing a washer?
This is a washer, yeah. So you probably just pop it out with a little screwdriver or something.
When Mikey's brother had that Mustang, he took me for a ride. Dude, I screamed like a girl. And then I told him to let me out. I was like, dude, I'm done.
So my buddy, it's his car. We made like 10 or 12 passes in it, and I like got traction control sorted out. The car became super consistent. We ran out of rear gear, so I turned up the RPM and like the apparently I called upon a friend. The limiter was at 8,500 RPM. Do you want a bigger screwdriver? Yeah. Which is not low, obviously. So I hit my buddy up and I'm like, hey, knowing nothing but this build sheet, what would you set the limiter out to?
Yeah.
He said 8,500. That's where it was. We're gonna have to Look, oiling is a problem above 8,500. I'm like, well, I still have 113 psi at 8,500. He's like, well, as long as it's over 100 psi, I think you're good. So I moved the limiter to 9, and moved the limiter to 9,000 RPM, and a safety shut off that if it went under 100 psi of oil pressure, it would just shut itself off.
Yeah.
I told my friend.
105 oil pressure?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're 9,000 RPM.
Oh.
I don't know what that is. Well, I do on a street.
What does
bike,
that mean?
Yeah.
It's like grease and silicone, or is it just still wet?
I think it's still wet.
It's weird.
Could you imagine if your truck hit 9,000 RPM?
Right?
So I told him, I was like, hey, the dash is gonna be flush now, and stuff, because that's like different programming, and I didn't have time to mess with that. I was like, just ignore it. The car will shut itself off. It's smart enough. Just stay floored. So he did the 192 with the tailwind. Went 191 a bunch of times, or no, one time was his last run. I took it out for a pass. I've never driven the car before, and I went the exact same 191.9. He's like, fuck.
190?
Yeah.
You ever been in a car that did 2?
Yeah.
No. I don't want to be responsible for a car that does that fast.
No, me neither.
That sounds gnarly. Race car footy? It's faster than dad's right now.
Big move, dude. Big move.
Too soon, Adam.
Hey, don't worry, my car doesn't drive either.
Ouch. And Adam's like, I'm coming here for shirts.
Yeah. No, come here.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's all good.
Same thing, right?
Well, dude, so the weekend before, we did the Mojave Trail last weekend, right?
Yeah.
Or just a couple days ago. The weekend before is when I blew up the rear end with the same friends. And so they're like, hey, you taking your truck on the Mojave Trail? And I'm like, God, please don't let it break. Like, the whole time I'm like, don't let it break, don't let it break. I can't afford 2 broken trucks. Thankfully, it didn't. But like, I even called AAA and I was like, how many toes do I have left? And can I like upgrade?
That's so sad, dude.
I was like, can I upgrade right now? And they're like, you can, but it won't kick in till Monday. And I was like, I get home Sunday, so that doesn't work. I'll just leave it the way it is.
So now you know to call him the week before.
Yep. Takes 7 days to
Don't
upgrade.
Yeah, hit the.
Yeah.
I can. I don't need one of those.
So this dot, like, there's got to be a spot on the.
Well, it's got to go through so many rotations, right?
Yeah, it's only 2 full rotations, but the thing is, like, it might not line up on the first 2 because the chain link thing. Just look it up real quick. I bet you these dots line up like to something on the
actual.
on the head.
Head, yeah.
Here you go, bud. You do the same thing.
Why?
He's like, is this how your dad drives? No, Tony the Tiger, don't hit me.
You Adam.
Let's look it up.
Too soon? Dude, you can buy that car right now.
It probably would run longer than this damn
I was
thing.
gonna say, she has a healthy motor, doesn't it?
It must. It'll break an axle and a 14 bolt.
Well, I was just thinking take his motor and
Thanks for tagging me 69 times in all of your videos so that I was the one tuning it because now it's blown up. You're like, wonder who tuned it.
I know I was thinking about that. I was like, what a dick.
I still don't think it was a tunage.
I don't think so either, but we'll
yeah, I
find
thought
out.
we were here to talk shit. It was totally a tune.
I already had that
Damn
talk.
it, we already had that talk.
I told Ryan, I was like, if I figure out it's a tune issue, I'm ordering you a motor, it'll be here. Oh, that's not good. I guess the cam's still in, I'm not used to that.
Oh, because the valves are still.
Yeah. How do I? like set the head down.
Oh.
Let's take the 15 off right here. So there's a missing piece of the piston. There's another missing piece of the piston.
Make sure to zoom in on his tears real close.
What I gotta realize is that's supposed to be a piston.
That's not a special release.
And that's supposed to be a piston. Oh look, there's the ring.
Where?
You can see it.
Oh yeah.
You're not supposed to be able to see that.
We're not supposed to gap them while they're in?
You got the pistons, not the rings.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Whoops.
Damn it. Mother.
Look, it's missing that corner a little bit.
Doesn't that just make it lighter?
Makes it flow better.
Yeah.
It keeps getting better and better.
And you can see where it was still sealed there. So we're looking for. It can happen in between the layers too. That's what a piston's supposed to look like.
Oh, you mean round?
But where you got really lucky is look at the sleeve.
Doesn't look bad, huh?
It's fine. Get a set of pistons. If you can get the
What
same
about
pistons.
that one? That was motor on there.
So far, so good. So far, we can get the same set of pistons. Don't even have to balance it.
Because it should be the same weight.
Yeah.
Right?
Run a hone through it. Figure out why this happened.
I can already tell you. You're sitting back there.
No, they're right there.
Oh, I knew you brought them over here.
Wait, look, can you see? Can you see?
So are they shitty injectors, or they just didn't flow enough?
I think they probably got caught.
We think they're-
Why are, like, I feel like I hear all the time that injectors are an issue, like, that they're not flowing, even like when people are buying them brand new. Why is there such a big issue with them?
Oh.
Sticks in.
Yeah.
It's so it's fuel filtration is one thing. And he also had fuel pressure issues on top of potential fuel injector issues. Once you have a fuel pressure issue and there's air going on, it's really hard to tell what it's gonna pick, where it's gonna.
And this was at the
happen.
end before it went back to the regulator, so potentially this was too. So
I mean, it nipped this piston too.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All three, right?
It's weird that they did them all in the same corner.
Well, let's take the other head off. We don't know. Like, we're not there yet.
So would that be the clanking?
So it's new?
Clanking.
He didn't tell you about that.
No, that was there was lifter.
So no, he didn't tell me about
He's
it.
saying it was lifter noise.
Lifter noise. Because the oil was low.
No, it wasn't low, it was hot.
Well, the oil was low, for the record.
This was this
But there's nothing on the can.
so like the clanking we heard
I mean, look at this.
Sounds like a
See
miss.
some lines.
when we were outside the truck was when we went shop tuning.
Why am I just now learning more stuff? We've talked so many times.
We talked about this.
We talked about it?
Well, it was in the video.
Remember they told you to buy injectors?
I mean,
No.
your mom did text me about getting injectors.
I told him to get injectors.
What had
when you were
happened was the
putting-
motor was blown up.
When you were putting the motor back together, you were like, these will be fine.
Well, remember, like right when we started tuning it, I was like, "Hey,
We're
you're
at
about to
the
run out."
end. We're
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah, like we can't.
And he said, if you want more power, then we need to put more bigger injectors.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Cheapskate.
I was good with 650.
Hey,
So
he
there
can put a
were-
bigger clean
Nobody's
desert
ever
sticker
good
on
with
it.
650.
He could put a bigger clean desert sticker on it.
Good.
I know.
So there were
Inject
two.
some motor.
There were two things I wanted you to get was the injectors and then the fuel pump.
Oh yeah, oil cooler. That was me.
That too.
That was next.
Well,
that
I was
was
about to
happening for this race.
I was about to ask about that. You don't have an oil cooler?
Hey, at least the oil cooler's not contaminated. You didn't have to buy another one.
What is that? What is that?
That's fucking awesome.
That's something you would say. That's why it's so funny for you.
Adam, get your ass over here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I just came to talk shit. I'm not working.
Is the 15 on the tape on the bench over there?
Yeah.
I'm taking your custom ground wire off because I need this head to stand up.
Oh.
to take some of the bolts out? Ryan? You want to drive?
They're already done.
Are they? Here, sucker.
You
Do you
can
want
take
some
the
gloves?
magnet. Yeah, you want those?
They're like on the table in the very corner at the end. They're gonna be giant for you, but
Get your shirts before you forget them.
They're in the front seat of the car.
is he alright with the school clothes? Working on this?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you guys are.
We can always just get one set.
I'm sure you guys are used to this.
Oh, yeah.
He's already wrecked like 3 sets, it's fine.
It's not a tune issue. Just saved myself $5,000.
Free motor.
What do you expect the tuner to say?
I know, right?
It's not a tuner issue. Not
The tuner was the one that said, if I don't think it is, but if I find this is a tune issue, I'm buying you a motor.
Well, yeah. Then you go to a third party
Then I'm like,
to figure that out. You don't let the tuner say it's not a tuner issue.
I would like to pull the pan off and pull these slugs out and see.
See if that is.
Yeah. We're gonna dump a bunch of stuff that's okay. What's what?
So where was
So
the
those are
one
called-
head gasket, you think?
I haven't gotten there yet. I haven't figured that part out. So,
Look what Daddy's doing. Look, see?
might be.
Cracked?
We'd have to pressure check the heads. It didn't torch it.
These ones look
It could have cracked a sleeve, I guess, but
That's what I was wondering.
Is the block machine down to like the water jackets in to fit a sleeve in?
These aren't sleeves.
this is a closed deck block, but you can
I
repair a
don't know
sleeve.
what the hell that means, but I thought you just mentioned that he had sleeves.
So what a guy had to look at is
But didn't you just say it was sleeves?
the cylinder wall.
Cylinder wall, yeah.
So like those are sleeves, an iron or an aluminum block.
Bro, seriously?
What we got the Spectrum over here. We got the Ford motor. We got
Sometimes I'm on the spectrum.
stock LS3 416 stroker. What's up, dude? You trying to party? So we'll do this, and then we will blow those injectors, and yeah, and then that'll be our next decision-making point. Not totally seeing where the head gasket situation came from, which I don't really like. It's possible it came from here. Ford stuff, dude. It's like mind games. Wouldn't that suck? I mean, pistons are messed up anyways, but it's probably a good thing actually that even if it was that we took it apart, because at least you could see that the pistons were messed up before you keep driving and it ejected itself. Those are Amazon specials.
No.
Yeah, you definitely were not taking that off my hand.
You get a little crazy when I put their
I don't want it to come off.
So wait, what are you showing him?
I'm showing him this line that's about as straight as Clean Desert Adam over here. That is where trash went through. It's where trash went through the
Long time.
motor. It
I
could have
think
been
I
from
got
the
all the
Volvo
sponsors, like
situation that
pretty
we
lips.
kind of accidentally didn't hear about.
Wasn't low oil, it was thin oil.
What have you done now? Dad?
I don't know.
He done did cracked it. Crack kills, son.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Thanks, buddy.
Adam's trying to steal stuff now.
No, your brother is.
I don't think it went away, dude.
It almost looks like a discoloration.
A little update on old Betsy 1418. Ultimately, the motor was doomed to fail from the get-go. This motor was supposed to be forced induction from the get-go. We're working on getting our website going to where we can hopefully sell some of the products that we make.